Yankee fans actually do understand this. They're not going to say Evan's nuts. In the early 2000s, my dislike, my jealousy, absolutely a fair word, for the New York Yankees rival. But guess what happened? Sorry. Guess what happened? You blew a 3-0 lead to the Red Sox. You've won one World Series since. You've been to one World Series since. And so now I don't hate the Yankees because you're harmless. Sorry.
So all the Yankees have to do is get back to a World Series and that hatred button will go.
I think it could come back, yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, I think it could come back. Absolutely.
Well, I got to talk to the Yankees. I don't see how they let you in the ballpark.
Because I buy tickets.
No, we can make sure you can't buy tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
I still have my Knicks season tickets.
Well, that's next.
And you know my boiling dislike for that joke of a franchise. All of you Knicks fans dunking on us because of Kyrie Irving. We still have 2 superstars. Okay? Sorry, you
I
started
wonder how
it.
many games they're going to play this year. Probably more than they originally had planned as an organization, I would think.
That's a great question.
By the way, I just got another email from Cameo. Boy, they really want me to do this Cameo thing.
They're begging you?
I wouldn't say begging me, but I do get a lot of emails from them.
Dude, I just got an email, and it's a fake email, but it just cracked me up from a friend of mine posing as Jason Garrett, saying, in his email, says,
Your
hi,
friends are so clever.
I'm Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator for the Giants. I wanted to let you know that, and then it says all the things he hates because he wants Jason Garrett to be fired.
You know what I just got?
I'm like, really? Is that where we are?
I just got a text message.
Yeah.
Not from Cameo. From the text message was from the San Francisco Chronicle.
The San Francisco
So I'm just going to tell
Chronicle?
everyone right now, if a friend of yours sends you a text message that has an apparent story from the San Francisco Chronicle, do not open it.
Are you trying to say it's spam or
It's not
something?
spam. You know that viral photo that went around of the naked guy sitting on the side of the bed who's like, very well endowed?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know the one I'm talking about? I'll show you if you don't know.
I'm well aware of it.
Yeah. So
No, I'm very aware of
Yeah,
it.
I
I've had
have
it-
those kind of friends. I'm well aware of it.
Thank you. C-Mac, I'm totally with you. I've had
Yeah.
this sent to me 874 times. Yes.
The most recent one I got was...
No, don't say that one.
okay.
I got that one too.
Okay.
I think if we're on the same page, that one touched a nerve with me that I thought was out of bounds. They usually use a story in the news.
Oh.
And there was a story in the news locally that I thought it was very untoward using that story.
I did not see this.
To send the naked photo out.
Okay.
But, so the other one, though, because we're on the same page for sure, Big Mac and I. I'll show you the picture. If you really want to see it, Evan. If that's your,
I don't know
if
if I
that's your
do.
thing, I'm happy to help you out. It was Biden mandates vaccines for all Americans. What?
Yeah, right. What?
SanFranciscoChronicle.com.
Right.
And you're like, it looks real. It says the name of the paper. It's topical. So you click on it, right? And you go right to the picture of the naked man sitting on the side of the bed with a tree trunk between his legs. Yeah. So my advice, if you get a text message from a friend, it's not spam. If it says San Francisco Chronicle on it, it's not real.
The last time I got it was a few weeks ago in my Mets text chat. There was a Theo Epstein interested in Met job. I click on that all excited.
Right.
Theo Epstein's interested in the Met job. And Craig, I didn't get Theo Epstein interested in the Met job.
Did you get the naked guy?
I got a naked gentleman.
On the side of the bed?
Yes, and it was...
With the tree trunk between his legs?
The whole thing, yeah.
You did. But it wasn't San Francisco Chronicle?
No. At least not that I recall, but now I need to
The
look
Chronicle's
closer.
actually the best one because, if you're barely paying attention, you just see a news story and it looks reputable. Oh, I'll click that, right? Because I know the guy that sent it to me, right? Don't. I don't even know if there is a San Francisco Chronicle, to be honest.
There is a San Francisco
I
Chronicle.
think it's the Examiner.
No, I think
Yeah.
there's a San Francisco
I
Chronicle.
don't think. I think I looked into it that there's not.
Is it I think the San Francisco paper
Yeah,
is
no,
the...
the sfchronicle.com.
It
It's a
is.
real website.
Got
yeah.
it.
The San Francisco Chronicle exists.
All right, well, that makes it even more real.
Yeah.
I'm just, you guys all know what I'm talking about. Every one of you has gotten something like it. There was another one going around the last week that I did not
I don't know what you mean by
it was
that.
Tasteless, frankly.
That I'm not sure of. I haven't sent them in.
Listen, that's just my sensibility on it.
It offended you. That's okay.
I just thought it was tasteless to use that particular
No, I get it.
story.
Listen, everybody's
to
got
send
their
out
line.
a naked photo.
That's fine.
All right, so I don't even want to say what it was because, whatever. I will tell you this, though. It's 4:05, And SNY joins us, courtesy of Grubhub. So what's up,
Oh,
SNY?
yeah. What's up, SNY?
There you go. Here's JoJo in Miller Place. Hi, Joe.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great.
I just why wouldn't the Nets just trade Kyrie?
What are
For
they?
whom?
What
What
are
are you
they?
gonna get?
What are they getting for him? Because I'm
What are
open
they
for
getting
business.
with him? That's the question.
No,
you
no,
know?
I get. Well, what they're getting with him is the possibility that the laws in New York City change or that he gets vaccinated. That now, I'm not saying those are high odds, but those are the possibilities. Now,
Yeah, but you can get something
What?
for him, and then
Well,
let him
what?
go play for a team, and he'll come in and play every.
Well,
every
I mean,
day for that
so
city,
here's the problem with it,
there
Joe.
you go.
Here's the problem with it.
what are they getting?
It's one of those conversations I give. You call your three buddies up, and your guys are all talking about the Kyrie thing, and one of your buddies says, "Why don't they trade him?" The other three guys go, "Great idea. For whom?"
The problem with trade ideas, whether we're talking about the Yankees, the Mets, or Kyrie Irving, is what's the trade? If you told me, like the dream I had last night, that the Portland Trailblazers are willing to give me Damian Lillard for Kyrie Irving, where do I sign? Of course I make that deal. And I did have that dream last night and excited me. Now, if you're telling me, all right, it's something different. The Mavericks are interested. You're going to get a first-round pick, Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway. We're going to do a reverse Nick Porzingis trade. I'll give you an opinion on that. But I don't know what the trade is. And quite frankly, I don't think a trade exists right now because there is uncertainty no matter what city or what team, what you're getting with Kyrie Irving. He has 1 year left on his deal before he can opt out, and you don't know if he wants to play for your team. So there's so
Oh, good. I handle my.
You're
business.
6'9". Do the
I
math.
can 6'3".
How tall are you?
I used to be 6'1".
You're less than 6'1"?
I have shrunk.
You're 6 foot?
I am
6 foot and a half?
I'm 6 foot and barely hanging on.
And I'm 5'9", so you got me by
Yeah,
9, 10,
three.
9, 10, 10.
3 and a
inches.
half, maybe.
Yeah, 3 inches is
If
big,
we're
man.
accepting that you're 5'9".
I
yes.
am 5'9".
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. That's all.
All right.
I was 6'1", every bit of it.
I don't believe
and
that.
I did get measured in the last 6 months. And, yeah.
You think you lost height?
I did.
In your 50s? That
As
happens?
contractors say, I lost some height. Yeah. I think it might be spinal, though. I think if I went to a chiropractor.
Boy, I tell you, you have a medical excuse
Like
for everything.
my man Drew in Chester, and
Like if I beat you one-on-one,
that would never happen in
all
your
I would
lifetime.
hear is, Evan, I've got a torn meniscus, I've got a banged-up shoulder, I've got scoliosis. I would hear every excuse in the book. So why is it even worth playing?
Well, there's one.
It's a
listen,
lose-lose
You're
for me.
not going to beat me at basketball.
Sure.
Like that, you know.
Okay.
You can own that.
Well, that's fine. You're probably right. But even if I somehow pull off a victory, I get no credit for it.
Randy's in Brooklyn real quick. Randy, what do you got?
Carton Roberts. Oh
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, last September, I got a text from my friend, and it was maybe early September, seemed like, there was like a hurricane, hurricane warning coming into Long Island, right? So I'm driving, I checked the text message, clicked on the link, and I saw the guy with the big sausage in between his legs.
See, there's always a different story. Now, here's the deal. I'm reading. Someone just sent me on Twitter that the guy's name was Barry Wood, of all possible last names.
course.
Of course his name was Barry Wood. Apparently,
Legendary.
he passed away. Yeah. He was the biggest internet sensation of the entire year of 2020. People are still using it because I told you about the one I got the other day from the San Francisco Chronicle. But I guess he passed away.
Yeah.
So there you
and
go.
they actually sell sweaters of this guy with the sausage in between his legs, like Christmas
Yeah,
sweaters,
I've seen it
Hanukkah
all. I've
sweaters.
seen Christmas and holiday cards. I've seen tree ornaments.
Oh, yes.
I've seen mouse pads. And I don't think the guy got any money from it because I don't know how
Oh,
that
that's
works.
a shame.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
I think his
anything
family's
off it.
upset about it. I think that his family is trying to.
They should be.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's become such a popular
Dude, put it this way.
send of messages.
The family
or
had so
whatever.
little money, they sent him a GoFundMe page so that he could get a headstone for his gravesite.
Oh, man.
So they didn't make any money from it.
Wow. Wow. That sucks.
But it's I don't know how he passed away, but I'm looking at pictures now. Like someone put somebody put all the different memes
Yes.
and and photos. There's a couple that are legitimately laugh out loud funny. Like,
I can't tell you how many times in the last year I've gotten duped with a message or an email or an article that leads me to that.
Like, there's one of him as a contestant on Jeopardy. There's one of there's just listen. There's a whole bunch of them. I can't even get into it because if I get into it, I'm sure I'll just get in trouble. But they're all out there. There's actually an Instagram tribute page to him. So you could. There's one of him in the White House. There's one of him pretty much everywhere.
He's a legend.
No doubt. 877-337-6666. So yesterday into today, the second shoe dropped. That was the Adam Schefter shoe. Whose shoe's going to drop today? There's going to be more and more. More emails are going to come out exposing people for their conversations with John Gruden, meaning careers will be ruined, lives will be altered, and opinions of people will be changed. Be interesting to see when and if it ever ends, because you're talking about 600,000 emails.
The Onion, which is, of course, fake, has a great headline. Adam Schefter's waiting on final edits from the NFL before issuing apology.
There you go. I think Evan's got a quick poll for SNY, and then I'll take a quick break. We'll come back, your calls, and we'll also tell you how Major League Baseball has something cute up their sleeves, and you're all going to hate it after this on the Fan.
This poll is dedicated to Craig. He thinks it's terrible. I think it's fascinating.
I didn't even hear it.
And that is...
I'm sure I'm going to hate it.
No, you already said you're going to hate it.
I did?
And I think it's fascinating. So we were different.
What's the poll?
Guess.
Something happened on the show today?
No, something you said. I hate these dopey polls, and that's the poll.
Oh, yeah, I can't. A, the polls are stupid.
Right.
B, what's the actual question? I'll tell you if I don't like this particular
You
poll.
just said on the air you don't like
I
it
don't even know what it is.
specifically.
What is it?
What have you said the last half hour where you said, I hate the poll that asks blank? And then I argued with you. You probably thought I was arguing for no reason.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, yeah. Who would Yankee fans rather see win or lose?
Yes.
And the answer is they want them both to lose.
It's not true.
You numbnuts.
I don't buy it. You are always picking the lesser of two evils. Now, who is that lesser of two evils?
Let me ask you a
Which
question.
team are you rooting for, Red Sox or Astros? What?
Did Batman like the Joker any less than he liked the Penguin?
Yeah.
He did?
I'm sure there's an answer to it. If I could ask if I could ask Batman a question, yeah. Just like you do. You have an answer. I can name two people you despise, two people you hate.
Oh, well, hold on.
I'd have to really go back into your history to find those two people.
Let me just verify whether or not I don't hate many people, Evan. I have a problem with some people. Despise is a very strong word, but go ahead.
I got to think of a good answer here. I was going to say, okay, who do you dislike more?
Go ahead.
Katie Couric.
I do not like Katie Couric.
All right.
And she, by the way, all she did was come out and prove why I don't like her.
All right, so we're good. We're 1 for 1 here.
Foul-mouthed rat.
All right, hold on. Katie
Who
Couric.
put women in harm's way at every job she worked at. Yeah. And is a grave-digging, gold-digging, you know what?
We need a second person, Big Man.
Find me a guy about to die who's got money. I'll date him.
I don't think we need a second person.
Okay.
What a piece of garbage.
If I asked you, who do you dislike more, Katie Couric, and then name someone else you dislike, what would you say? You'd have an answer?
That's a bad example.
Why is that a bad example?
Because I really don't like Katie Couric.
Who else who doesn't he like on that level, Big Mac? We've been around this guy for a year.
Really don't like
somebody
Katie
else.
Couric. Oh, Neil Simon, you about to die? I'll go on a date with you. Oh, before you croak, just sign this document. Okay.
Who's that program director you hated?
Oh, Tim Spence.
Tim Spence?
Yeah.
Or Katie Couric? Who do you hate? Who do you dislike more?
That's a tough one.
See? But you're going to answer it.
I'm not going to answer
What
it.
do you mean you're not going to answer
I
it?
dislike them equally.
As a Yankee fan, there is a team you are rooting for in the ALCS.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
If you're a Yankee fan, you don't want either one of them to win if that's
someone's
possible.
going to win.
Well, you're not rooting for it.
So who is the lesser of the two
This
evils?
is one of the dumbest polls you and SNY have ever done.
I completely disagree with you.
And if I'm Yankee fans, don't answer it.
What do you mean don't answer it?
Because there's no answer.
Of course there's an answer.
Well, and by the way, if it's on TV, why there's only two choices? How about three? I hope they both...
Because that's not an option. You can't have the option of they cancel it.
Stupid poll.
It's a great poll. The fact you can't answer it,
I'm not participating.
The fact that Matt can't answer it proves it's a great poll.
Proves that we're real fans. We don't root for Boston or Houston. They can both suck it.
Watch this. C-Mac, you have to answer.
No, he doesn't.
Who would you rather see win the ALCS?
Was this a mandate? Is this a mandate?
This is a mandate coming
It's a
straight
mandate?
from the White House.
Okay.
You got to pick someone. By the way, the SNY Fan Choice poll is sponsored by Dunkin'. Tri-State runs on Dunkin'. You've got to pick somebody, Big Mac. Who is it?
No. There's no mandates here. I mean, we're against mandates, remember? Yeah, all of a sudden mandates are a good thing?
This is such BS. Like, there is a team you're
Stupid
rooting
poll
for.
brought to you
Now,
by stupid.
I think more Yankee fans are going to root for the Astros because your hatred for the Red Sox runs deeper. And if that's the answer, Mac, just say it.
I honestly do not know. I think you're kind of right. When the games start, I'll probably end up, something will happen, and I'll mentally make a decision, but I honestly could not tell you right now.
You're not going to watch any of the games, correct?
I hate all of them.
I get you. You're not going to watch the games?
I probably am.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
You're
no,
going
he's
to
a baseball
watch the
fan.
game. Okay. This is all proving my point.
No rooting interest.
You're going to watch. You can't watch a game without having a preference,
I
dude.
watch almost
that's
every
nonsense.
sporting event I watch without a rooting interest.
Stop it. You root
I
for
watch
somebody.
six, 7 football games a week without having
And
a
there's
rooting
a preference, whether it's
No.
fantasy or you put money on
a
someone,
certain player,
or there's
maybe.
a team in your division you dislike, or a player you dislike. You are always leaning towards somebody.
Why? Because you are?
We all are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I don't-
Let me be
I don't
clear.
agree with that.
As Yankee fans, we are not rooting for the Red Sox, nor are we rooting for the Astros.
Dude,
we hate them both.
You became a Yankee
Except
fan 6 months ago.
Except
All right?
that.
I'm talking
I've
to a
been
guy.
indoctrinated.
Every out will make me happy. Every one will make me angry. That's the answer.
That's
Who
it.
would you rather see win,
I
Big
honestly
Mac?
don't know.
Now
Who
read
would
the
you-
damn piece of paper, would you?
I already did. It's sponsored by Dunkin'. And if you want to vote, and I think all Yankee fans should and will,
There's not
you
a
can
single
vote.
Yankee fan voting this stupid poll.
So who's voting? You think it's Met fans
yeah,
voting?
I think it's J.O. Met fans.
Stop it.
Who have nothing better to do than to respond to a stupid poll.
SNY.TV/vote. I think Yankee fans are voting. And I believe Yankee fans have an opinion. Big Mac's just afraid. He's afraid of admitting it because I know who Big Mac's rooting for. I think he admitted
I am
it to
not.
me.
Why would he lie to you?
Because when we were in the car ride back, I asked him, hey, you really dislike the Red Sox and Rays. Who you rooting for? And he was honest. He said, yeah, it's tough. Probably the Rays. My dislike for the Red Sox runs deeper.
Well, that was
And
right off a Yankee loss to the Red Sox. Come on.
And then I followed up and said, hey, if we get Red Sox Astros, what are you going to do? And he gave me an answer. So there's an answer deep in that
By
big
the way,
skull of his.
he also missed 3 days of work after the Yankee Red Sox loss. He was not thinking clearly.
Just in a dark room.
Oh,
for 3
Tommy
days.
Thomas just told me he missed 4 days of work.
It was 3 days of work.
I thought it was 3, but okay, 4.
It was 3.
I'm going with 4.
Tuesday counts.
Does Tuesday count?
Well, but you didn't miss Tuesday because they lost, they hadn't played yet. You
I
missed
didn't miss it.
Tuesday. Well,
I worked.
dude, you spent half the day at a Chipotle trying to buy Evan here
Did you know they
a
added
burrito.
brisket to the menu? Who knew? Yeah. I was there all day.
You're right. Hey, New York, come get some 0% for up to 84 months on the new Ram 1500 plus the best inventory around. Shop 24/7 at security.
Carton Roberts on SNY is brought to you by Dunkin'. This fall, there's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love with the new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew and Pumpkin Spice Signature Latte. America runs on Dunkin'.
New Yorkers know a good deal when they see one. Like bars with the best Sunday fun day deals, or knowing the good apartments from the not so good ones. So let me tell you about Grubhub Plus. Get unlimited free delivery from thousands of New York restaurants. Thank you. 10% cash back on pickups and exclusive rewards to save buckets of money on food. You don't have to know a guy. Just sign up for Grubhub Plus and get New York's best food at your fingertips.
There's got to be a better way. At Good To Go Insurance, you can get coverage with as little as $20 down, despite your driving record. Get an online quote for a low monthly payment in less than a minute. Save money by only paying for the coverage you need and get proof of insurance on the spot. Visit goodtogo.com and get coverage fast, cheap, and easy. That's goodtogo.com.
First, there was Vegas, then Atlantic City. Now, your pocket. DraftKings has an online casino where you can play your favorite games whenever and wherever you want. Slots, blackjack, live dealer games, and more.
New casino players can get a deposit bonus up to $2,000 plus free casino credits.
Download the app or visit us online. Try DraftKings Casino today with our exclusive offer and experience the casino floor like never before.
Easy is in. Right now, take an easy 50% off at Blinds to Go when you motorize any window treatment and get a free cordless upgrade on any product. Easy. It's the free and easy sale only at Blinds to Go. We make it easy.
October 14th to the 17th, join your favorite culinary stars at the 14th Annual Food Network and Cooking Channel New York City Wine and Food Festival.
It's going to be fantastic.
Take part in cooking demonstrations, tastings, dinner events, and more.
The fans really enjoy the festival.
This is your chance to sip, savor, and celebrate the New York City restaurant community. Proceeds benefit New Yorkers in need with God's Love We Deliver and the Food Bank for New York City. Tickets on sale now at nycwff.org.
Easy is in. Right now, take an easy 50% off at Blinds to Go when you motorize any window treatment and get a free cordless upgrade on any product. Easy. It's the free and easy sale only at Blinds to Go. We make it easy.
There were days where I barely had sleep, but I had to work more than competition. I can't live like the opposition, living everything I dreamed of, doing everything you think of. The way I work, I'm on the brink of doing numbers like a brake truck.
I'm on new level.
SNY Play Ball, presented by Chick-fil-A, is back, looking to help local basketball leagues in need continue play, providing grants.
A lot of the students are going to be excited when they see the uniform that we could purchase with our money.
Clinics.
They teach us things that we've never been taught before, and then at the same time, it's fun.
Equipment donations and special Harlem Globetrotter experiences.
Kids were chomping at the bit to get into this particular event.
If you know a local basketball league in need, apply today at sny.tv/playball.
Dear experts, to you, I'm the best-selling compact SUV in America, with all-wheel drive and tons of room. To our drivers, I'm unbeatable value. Let's go places. RAV4.
Right now, you can get 1.9% APR financing on a new 2021 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands high from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Where she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. My Miss Lindy. Why I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Have you ever seen Miss Lindy?
Did your job give you mesothelioma or lung cancer? If you had occupational asbestos exposure and now have mesothelioma or lung cancer, you may be entitled to claim some of the $30 billion in asbestos bankruptcy funds, even if you smoked. Call Whites and Luxembourg today. They are the New York law firm who's won the state's highest verdicts for your colleagues and neighbors in their asbestos cases.
Mesothelioma or lung cancer victims, call 800-299-5600. That's 800-299-5600.
Thursday, a recap and evaluation of the first 5 games of the Jets season. Are they on the right track? Plus, the steps forward Zach Wilson needs to make after the bye week on Jets Nation Bye Week Special. Thursday at 6:30, only on SNY.
TikTok with Tim Brown, the Hall of Fame legendary Oakland Raider, maybe LA Raider too, I imagine, had to be, right? Wide receiver. And Tim Brown's telling a story about Bo Jackson, because they played together out in California, right? And he tells a story how there's a play they practice where Tim Brown is lined up wide right, or maybe the slot, actually. His job is to block a cornerback or a safety. Bo Jackson comes around on a sweep. And if Tim Brown engages his man correctly, Bo Jackson gets the edge. Bing, off to the races, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the play gets called in the game. Tim Brown gets his man, locks up with him. Bo Jackson turns, and he gets the corner, and he's going to be off to the races. So Tim Brown decides, I'm going to keep up with him. And Tim Brown is a legendary 4-4 guy minimum, right? Historically, if you go look it up, I suppose. He goes, I decide I'm going to keep up with Bo Jackson as he makes the turn around the corner. And he goes, I wasn't within 10 yards of him by the time Bo Jackson got to the opposing team's 20, and they're on their side of the field, okay? He said they have this thing in football, which I've never heard before, called 30 to 30 speed, which is a 40-yard dash. 30 to 50 is 20, 50 to the other 30 is another 20. In-game speed, uniform, pads on, so figure about 10 to 15 pounds, maybe a little less, of gear on you, right? He said they clocked it afterwards. What was his 30 to 30 speed, which is a 40-yard dash? What do you think it was?
I couldn't even guess. What usually would that even take?
Well, I mean, if you run a legit 4-4
right,
in uniform, that's blazing speed. There are a handful of guys who could run a 4-3, maybe one or two that ever ran a sub 4-3 in game. Combine's a little different, but still, it's an absurd speed.
So what'd he get?
Just take one guess.
I mean, a 4-2? 4-3?
And this is from Tim Brown. You can look it up on TikTok, so you know I'm not BSing you. They clocked it, his 30 to 30 speed in this game. Real game, real time, real tackling, 3.85.
Legendary.
In uniform, dude.
Legendary.
What?
It's not human.
I don't know if you guys can find it, or Thomas, see, you search on TikTok for that. TikTok, I saw it this morning, sitting in traffic at the Holland Tunnel.
It's funny. What I saw on TikTok was this girl imitating Stephen A. Smith's famous Lamar Odom, and he's on crack rant from when Phil Jackson signed him. So we have different likes when we're on TikTok.
That, and I know to make 7 different recipes for chicken franchise. So I've got that on lockdown now.
Yes, you do.
But see if you can find the Tim Brown story on Bo Jackson on the 30 to 30 speed.
That's crazy.
I think that's how he referenced it. What?
I mean, listen.
What?
Bo was one of a kind, that's for sure.
A 3.85?
Yeah, that doesn't even sound like possible.
I've never heard of anybody, even at the combine, recording a sub 4 second.
Yeah, I've never heard it under 4. That's why I wouldn't even guess it under 4.
And that's in shorts, no top on, and track shoes. With no.
Well, there's a reason why Bo Jackson is one of the greatest athletes of our generation.
Dude,
there's a reason.
Thomas, are you looking for it?
We have it. We're just going through it to make sure it's,
he's on his game, this kid, lately.
Radio.
He's raising his hand. He's offering things. He's doing all the work behind the scenes.
You know what it is? I know the exact moment everything changed.
His wife said, get your act together.
Well, partially that. You started calling him Thomas.
Thomas, yeah.
And one thing I noticed,
an adult now.
When I was around Loogie and his wonderful wife, she calls him Thomas. And so I think you're getting more out of him because when you say Thomas, he's thinking, my wife just told me to do something.
Good point.
You have become Thomas's wife.
His work wife.
Yes.
Listen, if this is the result, all good. But what's interesting is that I don't see Big Mac doing anything. So how do I know that you're listening to the audio I'm talking about?
Well,
that's my only concern.
I was listening to it until you started talking to us. Now I can't listen to it.
Okay.
I'm just hoping there's no curses. If there is, I'll dump it.
There are no curses that I'm aware of.
Then I have it.
So
you have
the positive with Loogie is that since you've been calling him Thomas, he's been better. The problem with Big Mac is he's getting a lot more shows now. And so it may be going to his head a little bit.
Right.
That could be the
We're going to get your calls in 1 second here, I promise. On all the Kyrie stuff, of course, the latest on John Gruden. Hopefully you guys have the right audio. Is this it? All right. This is Tim Brown on Bo Jackson. And when I heard this, I had to listen to it 5 more times because it's absurd that he ran a 3.85. Go.
He had this play, red right zoom. My job was to come down and hit the safety. If everything went right, Bo Jackson should come right off my butt and be off to the races. And this particular play, everything went great. And I hit the safety, and Bo comes off my butt. And I just said to myself, I'm gonna go catch. I'm 4'3", you know what I mean? I'm gonna go catch Bo Jackson, you know. So I put my head down, man, and when I looked up, I mean, it was comical how fast he was pulling away from me. I think legitimately he clocked like 4:09 or 4:41, 40. But in that infamous play in Seattle, where he ran through the tunnel, they timed him from what they call the moving 40, the 30 to the 30, 30 to 30. 3.86 is what they clocked him at.
3.86. They call it the moving 40 because it's real time.
Right.
Like, it's a game.
That's insane. Bo Jackson was a living, breathing video game.
A 3.86?
That's what he was. He was Tecmo Bowl come to life. That's what he was.
I remember watching him play. I can't fathom he ran a 3.86. And I know the play he's talking about. We've all seen it.
Yeah.
You know, when he just keeps running, he goes into the tunnel, and
as soon as he said that, I'm like, yeah, I remember that play, yeah.
Yeah, the moving 40 from the 30 to the 30.
You think it really was a 3.86?
Well, I don't think Tim, is he exaggerating?
No, but
I guess.
You know how time goes by, things become more legendary than they actually were? Babe Ruth never really called his shot. Like, he didn't. Right. I love Babe Ruth. He didn't call his shot.
He didn't even exist, Babe Ruth, really.
Well, he did, and Charlie Root threw a well, whatever.
Babe Ruth would be Joey Gallo today.
Don't get me started. Stop trying to get me confused and conflicted here. Is it possible that the legend grew?
Well,
like Bo's incredibly fast.
He had 3.86, like right off the top of his head. Yeah. Like he was aware of that.
And then the other time he goes 4.09, 4.1-ish. I didn't have the exact number.
Dude, I'm with you. It's just so absurdly, amazingly good that I pause and say, all right, well,
do you think?
I mean, it's less than a second for every 10 yards. He's going he's going faster than 10 yards a second.
That's ridiculous, man. Your fastest 40 is under 6 seconds.
Are you insane? Have you seen me run, Craig?
It's so funny watching you run. I love it.
I would love it.
That should have been your comedy act.
If you're
and now running to the stage.
And
now running off the stage.
If you're up for it, and I don't think you have the guts to do it. Big Mac does. Loogie, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's all time ourselves.
As soon as my back's better, you're on.
Here we go.
As soon as the back is good, I'm ready to go.
I have this surgery, that surgery. That's the difference between you and I. I'd go out there tomorrow morning and time myself.
None of you are beating me in a 40-yard dash.
I didn't say
at any point in my life.
No one suggested I beat you.
Yeah.
I didn't suggest that.
Yeah.
I suggested I would time myself. You wouldn't even time yourself.
The last time I timed myself in the 40 was in a hallway outside my room at the Borgata. Because Patrick Mahomes had not been drafted yet, was in studio with us, and said that he ran like, I don't know, a 5.1 or something like that. Some number that I was like, dude, that's slow.
Right.
Like, I could do that. And, of course, Boomer Jerry now challenged me to it.
And how'd you do?
So I went in the hallway. Jerry had the clock. Al was the starting pistol.
And what'd you get?
And I ran with what we thought was a 40-yard dash.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And I said I could break a 5-second 40. And I did. Now, I can't do it today.
Yeah, because it's 30 pounds later.
Plus, I was in a hallway and, perfect environment to run.
Yeah. I want to see you go out there.
Jerry's on the clock. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a different kind of clock going on.
I think it was like a 4.999999. So it very well could have been a 5.1. Who knows?
To have the guts and do it again?
Because I'm not in the same shape I was in.
But, dude, I'm not in great shape. Big Mac's not in great shape. But
clearly,
the difference is
I meant that about
Evan. Yeah, we're willing to go out there and live by what. Then do it.
Yeah.
Just agree.
Okay.
I've asked you 5 times.
As soon as my back's right, I'm in.
Yeah, but your back is never going to be fine, dude.
Yes, it is. I'm on the mend.
Always going to be
Dr. Shaw, I'm on the mend.
Craig excuse Carton is
all right, so let's just pick a day next week. How's
Monday.
That? Next Friday.
Okay.
That gives my back a full 10 days to be ready. I can do
next Friday, all of us. C-Mac, do you agree to it?
We'll go to that same field on Leroy Street. We'll map out best we can.
Yeah. Would you agree with it?
Now, are we racing against each other or against the clock?
I think we each run and race against the clock.
I go last.
What? Why do you want to go last?
I want to go last.
See what time you have to beat.
I want to know what I got to beat. Maybe I take
Here's why I don't want you to go last. I have a valid reason. I may be that slow where Craig may have the ability to, like, end the run by running backwards just to showboat and beat me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want that embarrassment. So I think you should not go last. I should go last. As the guy who's presumed to be the slowest, let me go last.
And I've got two numbers in my hands.
Yes.
There's a 1 and a 2.
Yes.
1 means you go first, 2 means you go last. No disrespect to the guys. They'll go wherever they want to go.
Yeah, they'll go whenever we tell them to go.
Whenever they want to go, right?
Okay.
So 1, hold on.
You have nothing in your hand.
Yeah, I do.
What?
So one hand has the 1 in it, one hand has a 2 in it. If you pick the 1, you go first. You pick the 2, you go last. Which hand do you pick?
I challenge you to a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Which hand do you pick?
See?
Which hand?
Okay, for just to play your game, the one with the fake wedding ring.
2.
Yeah, BS. Rock, paper, scissors me. Then it can be seen on TV. Go ahead.
Okay. So hold on.
1 out of 1.
We're overruling what just happened.
We're overruling.
Because you just got to go last based on the hand you picked. You picked 2.
Oh, yeah. What?
No. We overruled it. Sorry. You want to pick again?
Wasn't even
comprehending. Yeah. See, you don't listen. You want to pick again?
No, you said 1, though.
I said 1, you go first, 2, you go last.
Yeah, but 1 means I go first.
And you picked 2.
No, you said I picked 1.
No, I did not.
Big Mac, what did I pick?
2.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
But you just overruled.
You know what? I don't think that's fair anyway. Rock, paper, scissors. I'm a man of principle.
Are you a rock, paper, scissors, go?
As we say,
or you go on scissor?
Rock, paper, scissors, go. Okay?
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
I win.
2 out of 3.
Rock,
paper, scissors. What are you doing?
I won.
It's never just 1.
I just said 1 out of 1.
No.
2 out of 3, always.
Thank you. Always 2 out of 3.
Just for the record, for the radio audience, I picked rock. He picked scissor. I won. Now we're going to do it again.
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Let's go. Rock.
By the way, you're such a cheater.
But I cheat.
You paused on coming up with rock, paper, scissors.
If I cheated.
You saw I went rock, and you went rock late.
Why would I go with something you went with then? Why wouldn't I just go with paper and win?
Because you're going scissor and changed it to rock. 1-1.
That's not true.
You know
I was not going scissor.
It's on camera. I'll play the camera back for you.
No, it's 1-0. You ready?
1-1.
Rock. No. Hold on.
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Rock again. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
I win.
No, it's 1-1.
Paper eats rock, win for me.
Yeah, I get it. It's 1-1.
Here's
you
Dave.
Win 2 out of 3.
Dave is in Deal, New Jersey. Dave, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
Doing well. I have 3 quick points I want to say. Number
3?
1,
Wow. Okay, go.
Just quick. One is on the Bucks thing, right? What they did removing John Gruden from the Ring of Honor, which I get that. And
I don't get it at all, actually. They employ Antonio Brown, Warren Sapp's in the Ring of Honor. I mean, come on.
You just took the point out of my list.
Yeah.
I don't even have to think further. You're employing Antonio Brown. Exactly. Moving on to point
Which is
number
really
2.
comical because just to go off, I'm all about second chances, obviously. But writing 3 or 4, 5, 7, 10, 30 offensive emails is a lot different than physically hurting a human being.
You also don't erase history. John Gruden was the head coach of a Super Bowl winning team. He can be everything you think he is. You're not pulling him out of your wall of fame because then you're going to start going through every team's wall of fame and saying, is that a good person? Trust me, there's going to be a lot of guys taking off walls.
And by the way, if you read word for word the release about why they decided to take out John Gruden from their Ring of Fame, how does nobody ask the question? I'm sure that someone from Tampa's front office.
Warren Sapp, I'm sure.
Yeah, like Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about domestic violence, abuse of women. So, where do we stand on that?
Well, that's the problem with this. That's why the Buccaneers didn't have to do anything. It's not like you're having John Gruden Day next week. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. They say, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have advocated for purposeful change in the areas of race relations, gender equality, diversity, and inclusion for many years. While we acknowledge Gruden's contributions on the field, his actions go against our core values as an organization. Therefore, he will no longer continue to be a member of the Ring of Honor. All right, so let's just use their words, and now let's weaponize their words against them, right? So domestic violence against women is something that also fits into their core values. And clearly it doesn't, but you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That they've drawn a line because it's easy to jump on the mob side right now.
And they didn't have to, dude.
And no one was going to yell and scream at Tampa Bay, why is John Gruden in your Ring of Fame?
No, I mean, I did at the idea of taking it out.
I'm saying the other way.
Yeah.
If Tampa says nothing, Nobody's talking to him.
No one's going to protest outside the stadium. Oh, my God. I mean, how is he still in your Ring of Honor? We went through it yesterday. O.J. Simpson is still honored in Buffalo.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And by the way, no one is advocating.
He should be.
Of course, I'm not advocating for anybody to come out of Hall of Fames based on how horrible of a human being they are, because the Hall of Fame is not to honor what kind of great person someone is. It's honoring what they did on the field, and nothing you can do can change what happened on a field. It still happened.
Yeah.
You can ignore their existence, but it still happened.
Yeah, it just strange. The Tampa thing was just crazy to me.
Yeah, when you said it, it was just like, come on.
Right? I mean, to me, that was just crazy. I don't know.
And I'm all for Gruden being fired by the Raiders, but it's just completely different.
Yeah, listen, no one has, I think that's universal, Evan.
What is?
Where no one's taking the side of they shouldn't have fired him.
That's not true.
Are there people?
Yeah.
Based on what? The fact that it didn't happen under his employment as a Raider?
I want to make something clear. When I see these things, it's people on Twitter. That doesn't mean
stop. That means nothing.
I agree with you. That's why I'm not making a bigger deal out of it.
Random people on Twitter mean nothing.
And I heard a call to the radio.
exist.
I heard a call to the radio station on another show bring it up.
Yeah, I mean,
defending why Gruden should still have their job.
I mean,
and by the way, the defenses are usually they attack that. Well, it was a private email, which I addressed earlier with you. Yeah, it may have been a private email. You may not like the fact it's out there, but when you discover something in a private email, that's going to change your view of that person.
Good or bad.
Good or bad.
Right.
So I've heard that as kind of a reasoning, but it's weak reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, that's very thin if you ask me. But here's Tim in Dutchess County. Timmy, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
You're talking about early, and I got to, I had the vaccination done on March 27th of this year.
All right.
And I have a side effect.
Okay.
My whole left arm is numb.
Yep.
My legs, both legs are numb down to the calves.
Yep.
I'm tired, fatigued, and you take a professional athlete like him, and he goes through and have that, and he gets that. He's out. He's done.
He's done what? His career or for a week? What are you talking about? You think his career could end by getting the vaccine?
March 27th.
Well,
I had the vaccination.
No, it sucks, and I'm sorry that you have that, but 95% of the NBA is vaccinated, and I haven't heard one report of a player's career being over because of it. I haven't heard about anything like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's possible. My sister had the Moderna. I had the Johnson & Johnson. My sister had
Here's
the
the thing. I don't think here's what's weird about it. Kyrie has not yet said that he's opposed to the concept of the vaccine. So I respect you. Listen. You have a personal reason to worry about it because of what you're experiencing, which, as Evan said, we feel terrible for your experience and the results of you getting the vaccine, which clearly is a bit of an outlier event in that that's not the normal based on everything we've read about the vaccine. But also, no one has ever said that he's anti-vaccine. We don't know if he is or isn't.
Well, we've made that assumption. And the reason we made that assumption is because there was a story a month ago, Vanity Fair, I think it was.
Was that the crazy one about the black magic, voodoo,
and it was
computer crap stuff?
What it came from was and this doesn't mean he feels this way, but it's why the speculation has led there, that he liked posts on Instagram that were promoting vaccine conspiracy theories, including the one that we joked about with the master computer.
Right.
But the truth is this, and you just said it, Kyrie Irving has said nothing publicly. So until then, whether it's a sham story from Sham Charania, whether it's a story from Vanity Fair, whether it's me speculating or you speculating, we truly 100% don't know because he hasn't said anything. Now, he may never say anything. I don't know. So we still, to this point, don't know what he truly thinks.
Kyrie, it's me again. Good job. Stay firm. Nobody knows my evil plan. Stay home and collect the $18 million.
Well, there's Satan again.
He just popped up again.
His plan seems to be working. His plan does seem to be working. I can't say it's not. Someone just sent me that, and I've not seen this anywhere, so again, I can't put much stock in it. Is it possible that there are emails about the Glazer family from John Gruden in the 600,000 emails they sent to Bruce Allen, where the Glazers are really kicking him out of the Ring of Honor because he said things about the late Malcolm Glazer?
Was there an email?
That's what some people are saying. I haven't seen it.
It's possible.
I haven't even read about it.
So you think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneer ownership is aware about some of the emails that haven't been leaked and are so offended by it, much like my theory with Roger Goodell, where they said, "Oh, we got to get him out." You never know.
Also,
and as long as all these emails are secretive and we don't know, there's going to be rampant speculation
I'm being told that the Bo Jackson story that Tim Brown told is not all that impressive and that we are not the brightest at math.
What?
Guy on Twitter says that...
We're not the brightest at math?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
All right, so...
But where did we mess up?
That as Tim Brown described it, as the moving 40. So if you're running... not from a standstill to a sprint.
You get a head start.
Your 40-yard dash by default is going to be faster than a normal timed 40-yard dash where you start at the gun goes, right?
Right.
That makes sense to me. So a 40-yard dash at 3.85 seconds would be running at 21.25 miles per hour, according to this genius on Twitter.
Okay.
All right? Who refers to us as geniuses. Okay. In a negative way.
Oh, it's negative? Oh, I was going to say thank you.
Which apparently is the average speed of an NFL wide receiver and running back. It's not that fast. I don't know. Seems like it's pretty fast to me.
It's Bo Jackson. It seems fast.
So the fastest 100-meter dash was 26 miles per hour, which is even faster than that.
Now I'm confused. This genius got me confused.
So what the guy is saying is that if you're timed at the 40-yard dash where you start standing still,
right,
versus you're timed at the 40-yard dash when you're already running at full speed, obviously that 40-yard dash is going to be faster because you don't have to build up to your optimum speed.
So what he's trying to say is every wide receiver in the NFL could outrun Bo Jackson. Is that what he's saying?
No, what he's saying is that every wide receiver in the NFL, if they're running at full speed, when they get to the 30, by the time they get to the other 30, which is 40 yards, it's going to be a sub-4 second time.
Oh, so the sub-4 wasn't as impressive as we made it out to be. But is 3.85 or whatever it was still impressive?
In other words, compensation algorithm likes to, bust up a good time. Yeah.
That's the conclusion.
He's the narc at the party. That's all. We're having a good time enjoying ourselves talking about 3.85 speed, and you got to pour water on it.
We're celebrating Bo Jackson. Is there anything really wrong with that?
There's always one guy that likes to bust up a good time.
Yeah.
Compensational algorithm douche.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. Jeez.
But that's the beauty of Twitter, right?
Algorithm. Do you feel better now? Like, now that we've admitted we're morons, we can't do math, our good time has ended, like, do you have a beer and say,
no.
Made Carton Roberts look like morons. My day is complete.
It's another one of those new accounts I keep talking about. 0 followers following 4. I love those guys. Let's see who he's following. Let's take a quick look.
4 people? Can I guess? Hold on, I want to guess.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to love it.
4 people.
He follows 4 people. 2, I'll just tell you, you don't know. The Babylon Bee, which is a fake news site like The Onion, and a Fox News contributor.
So then there's 2 other people that I do know of?
Yeah.
Are they in sports or?
Yeah.
Boomer Esiason.
No.
Jim Rome.
No.
Craig Carton.
No.
Sal Licata.
Mike Puma. And Chris McMonagle.
Oh, my God. No offense to Puma or Big Mac. What a mix.
Yeah.
Can you imagine following 4 people, 2 in sports, and it's Big Mac? Ever think Puma and Big Mac would be linked together like this?
That's someone's burner account is all that is, Thomas.
What do you think Puma's thinking about right now? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the follow. Thanks for the follow.
You should be honored to be in such a wonderful grouping.
That's right.
I do like
you
Puma.
and the Babylon Bee. And I think Liz Peek is the other person's name, a Fox News contributor. There you go.
I know Liz Peek. Yeah.
Is that right?
Sure.
How did your show go last night, by the way?
It went fantastic.
Yeah, I apologize. I did not hear it.
I thought you were going to... You
I
scared me
decided
into
to
thinking
watch
you were going to listen.
TikTok videos instead.
Yeah. While you drive? It's not a good idea.
A lot of traffic.
I listened to 10 minutes of it, and I remember hearing that in the car ride as well. So it was very similar. Like the car ride, me and you back.
Yes.
So it was kind of a similar thing. Big Mac was just very upset about the Yankees. Very upset.
So my man Derek put the Bo Jackson Seattle run into an editing program based on our conversation.
Yes.
The fastest portion of his run was from the 50-yard line midfield to the 10-yard line. He ran those 40 yards in 3.61. I don't care what douchey algorithm says. That's fast as F.
Ask the algorithm guy. Is that okay? Can we celebrate that? Is that allowed? Is that good? could Kadarius Toney do that on Sunday? Like what?
There you go. I don't think anybody's doing that.
I don't know.
A 3.61?
It sounds amazing.
That's off the charts. Like, I can guarantee right now we ain't running a 3.61.
Well, I know I'm not.
I don't think we're running a 5.61 running speed.
What do you think you're running? Forget me, forget Big Mac.
I think I'll do the 40. What would you? We're going from standstill.
Yeah.
Like the combine way.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you going to wear, by the way?
Excuse me, what are you?
What are you going to wear?
I have to be careful how I say this, Devin. It could be objectionable to some people listening.
That's a fair question.
What am I going to wear to run the 40-yard dash?
That's correct. I would like to know the answer to that.
Gosh, let me think about it. Sneakers,
okay,
shorts,
you're going shorts,
and a T-shirt.
So you're going shorts and a T-shirt.
What else would I wear?
I don't know. I mean, you wear certain stuff to work. I was just making sure you got a different set of clothes.
Well, it's funny if you ask that because I do keep my 40-yard dash outfit in my closet on a special shelf. So I guess I'll just wear that. What am I going to wear?
I'm curious, man.
I was thinking about doing it naked.
Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Wow.
That was an idea I had.
That would get a lot of views.
Birthday suit nakedness.
Dude, if you put that out there, 100,000 views easily.
Well, if I do that, I'm going to put it on OnlyFans. I'm going to monetize that thing right now. I'll tell you
Would
that.
you agree to do it shirtless at least?
Yeah, I don't care.
I think we should all do it shirtless.
Why?
Me, Big Mac, and you. Why not?
You shouldn't be taking your shirt off in front of any cameras.
I agree. It's embarrassing. A lot of guys at the combine, aren't they shirtless?
Yeah, we're not built like
not really.
them.
No.
Some guys
shirtless.
are. Like, there's usually like a middle linebacker who's all jacked up sometimes. He's like shredded. He's like, I'll just do it with no top on.
So you agree to doing it shirtless?
No. I mean, I don't care.
Why are you? No. It's just bizarre. Let's douse ourselves in mayonnaise before we do it. Let's just get like really crazy.
Well, I bet you'd run faster after me if I did that.
I would. I'll dive and slide the last 10 feet.
I'll bring my slip and slide for you.
Yeah. A mayonnaise slip and slide with roast beef and turkey at the end. Fastest guy in the building right there.
You'd be faster.
Nah, Boomer would be the fastest. Yeah, he puts mayonnaise on everything. Even Italian sandwiches. Ugh.
Yeah, I actually heard he puts it on his egg sandwiches in the morning. I haven't heard many people do that.
He puts mayo on eggs, yeah. Really? Yeah. Well, listen, teach their own, right? Can't tell me if he likes it, he likes it. It's like when you eat your steak well done. You're the guy eating
you're
it.
right. I'm not judging.
Like, what do I care? You're eating it. I'm not.
I gave Boomer a present. He didn't seem to like it on Twitter.
What'd you get him?
Kyrie jersey.
Why?
Because he's against the mandates, too. I figured he'd be like, hey, Kyrie Irving,
not
I respect
that. He's a Knicks fan.
Yeah, but wouldn't he like what Kyrie Irving is doing?
I don't think he likes Kyrie.
I know, but what he's standing for.
Oh, the anti-mandate thing? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it back. Meanwhile, the jersey was given to me by you.
Yeah.
So technically,
I'll take it back.
I'm giving Boomer a gift that you gave
You're
me.
You're re-gifting one of my gifts.
Yeah.
Boomer used to do it all the time.
Oh, so then I can let him keep it.
Half the crap I gave Boomer, he gave to other people.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Really, it actually bothered me for a while.
So does it bother you?
Especially when I got him an electric kind of mini car. It was like a golf cart type.
You got him an electric mini car?
I got one for both of us.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It was street legal, though, in New York City. But it literally had a top speed of like 5 miles per hour. So not conducive to New York City driving because people hate you.
Right.
Because you're only doing 5 miles
That's
per
not
hour.
even conducive to New York City walking. We walk faster than that.
Yeah. So I got us both a gift. I think to celebrate the first time we were number one, I bought both of us, like his and hers, 5 mile per hour slow vehicles, right? And I used to say to him, I go, how come I never see you riding around in the slow vehicle? And he kind of blew it off for a while. And I told the story in there a few months ago, and he kind of denied it, but then he has since admitted it. He took the slow vehicle I bought him. I think it might have been like a Can-Am type thing, right? And he traded it in for jet skis. And recently, he gave one of the jet skis to Jerry. So by proxy, I bought Jerry a jet ski. Yeah. And I will admit, the slow vehicle was the dumbest thing I ever bought.
Right.
Because, Like, I guess if you had, like, a farm, maybe. But then you'd want something faster anyway.
Right, 5 miles an hour is not fast.
Like, you'd want an ATV that's legit badass gas-powered ATV.
Right.
You know, they could give you a
Did you
little...
use yours?
I used it a couple times.
And then what'd you do
But
with
I found
it?
that New York City drivers hated me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get out of the way!
So what did you do with yours?
Oh, I sold it.
So you sold it.
Well, we both sold
So you're not mad at Boomer for trading it in for jet skis. You're mad that he gave the jet skis to Jerry.
Right.
Okay.
Right. He
I got you.
re-gifted my slow-motion vehicle in the form of a jet ski to Jerry Recco.
Gotcha.
And pawned it off like, hey, Jerry, I was thinking about you, so I bought you a jet ski. Not the case. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be honest about that. So I'm honestly saying that you gave me the Kyrie jersey, and I gifted the Kyrie jersey to him. So really, it's from you. So why did you get Boomer a Kyrie jersey, Craig?
It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way? Oh.
No. Hey, can you do the Grubhub? I got to run to the bathroom. Is it okay if Evan does? Is that cool? We love Grubhub. I also have to go to the bathroom. It's Carton Roberts on the Fan. More of your calls on Kyrie and Gruden. Plus, I told you, MLB's got another secret up their sleeve, and you're going to hate it. Next on the Fan.
I'm glad. Thank you for the update on your bowels. Hey, spend less time on cooking and cleanup and more time enjoying with Grubhub. The most restaurants with the most rewards. Stay in and save by ordering Grubhub. Save with perks. Pre-order food and express reorder. 24/7 customer service. Contact-free delivery. Whether it's a special deal at a local spot or hundreds of dollars in free food from restaurants around the neighborhood, Perks offers Grubhub diners one place to find exclusive offers from nearby restaurants. Get the deals you love on the food you love with Perks from Grubhub. And Grub, what you love.
Carton Roberts is presented by Grubhub. Grubhub guarantees your food will get to you on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps, or you'll get at least $5 in perks. Grubhub works hard to serve restaurants.
Young Mozzarella tweeted, I purchased one of those untucked dress shirts and then tucked it in. If anyone out there is looking for a bad boy. Mr. Mozzarella, this tweet made me realize what I've been missing all along. Bad boys. I would like you to be our first tucked-in model. The models on untuckit.com wear their shirts untucked like they were designed to. We want to market to tucked-in bad boys. Please DM us so we can arrange a photo shoot. Find your shirt today at untuckit.com.
There's got to be a better way. At Good To Go Insurance, you can get coverage with as little as $20 down, despite your driving record. Get an online quote for a low monthly payment in less than a minute. Save money by only paying for the coverage you need and get proof of insurance on the spot. Visit goodtogo.com and get coverage fast, cheap, and easy. That's goodtogo.com.
First, there was Vegas, then Atlantic City. Now, your pocket. DraftKings has an online casino where you can play your favorite games whenever and wherever you want. Slots, blackjack, live dealer games, and more.
New casino players can get a deposit bonus up to $2,000 plus free casino credits.
Download the app or visit us online. Try DraftKings Casino today with our exclusive offer and experience the casino floor like never before.
That's ugly. That's cool. Name's Estella, not Cruella.
You keep saying you got...
From an early age, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else.
You've been a messin'.
I thought I was meant for more in this life. I'm Cruella.
And that's just what they're...
Born bad. And a little bit mad.
Didn't know you knew how to drive?
I don't.
With NHL Center Ice, you can follow your favorite teams and players no matter where you live. You'll get up to 40 out-of-market games a week, putting you in control of the matchups you watch every night of the season. Watch McDavid on Wednesday, Matthews on Thursday, McKinnon on Friday. With NHL Center Ice, you'll get a season ticket to the best stars of the NHL. Order NHL Center Ice on DirecTV now. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directtv.com/NHL.
20 cardboard cutouts claim their place as legitimate New York sports fans.
Whoa! Did you catch that walk-off home run in the 10th? Right into the stands.
Oh, yeah. I caught it all right.
That was you.
In the flesh.
It looks really good.
Really?
No.
SNY, every team for every fan from every device.
Get your New York sports here.
Geico Sports Night on SNY.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the show.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
We begin with the Jets.
And over to the Mets now.
The Knicks looking to make it 2 in a row. Wait until you see how they finish things off.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
We welcome in our Yankees insider.
Ian, thanks for joining us with the latest.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only in SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
Puck drops, Connecticut ice begins. Locked off the post, and there it goes. It's in for UConn, and a goal. Sacred Heart scores again. Now chance for Quinnipiac, a shot, and a score.
High-flying, in-your-face hockey tonight.
Sacred Heart takes the lead. And it's the Huskies who are on the board first. A score! Into the net it goes for Quinnipiac.
Dear America, I'm revving up to say, I'll always go the extra mile for you. With the latest tech and all-wheel drive. Thank you for making me the best-selling car in America. Be well, Camry.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan with tire rotations, oil changes, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Those idiots at Bird Dogs, they are underselling these.
Bird Dogs pants. Bird Dog pants. Bar none, these are the best pants.
They took whatever the hell Lululemon was doing and just did it way better.
They look exactly like normal khakis.
Guys can wear these to work.
I'm wearing them to the office every day.
The best golf pants. 24/7 pants. You just won't get it until you try them on.
It's insanely comfy.
These are the softest pants I've ever felt. It's not even close.
Did they come from space? Were they engineered in a lab?
It's almost weird.
Did your job give you mesothelioma or lung cancer? If you had occupational asbestos exposure and now have mesothelioma or lung cancer, you may be entitled to claim some of the $30 billion in asbestos bankruptcy funds, even if you smoked. Call Whites and Luxembourg today. They are the New York law firm who's won the state's highest verdicts for your colleagues and neighbors in their asbestos cases.
Mesothelioma or lung cancer victims, call 800-299-5600. That's 800-299-5600.
In 2020, cardboard cutouts claimed their place as legitimate New York sports
What a
fans.
game for Danny Dimes in the Meadowlands. As he
What a game. The G-Men rule New York. Very funny, Brad. Real original.
SNY, every team for every fan from every device.
Get your New York sports here.
Geico Sports Night on SNY.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the show.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
We begin with the Jets.
And over to the Mets now.
The Knicks looking to make it 2 in a row. Wait until you see how they finish things off.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
We welcome in our Yankees insider.
Ian, thanks for joining us with the latest.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only in SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
Thursday, a recap and evaluation of the first 5 games of the Jets season. Are they on the right track? Plus, the steps forward Zach Wilson needs to make after the bye week on Jets Nation Bye Week Special. Thursday at 6:30, only on SNY.
NFLPA's petitioned the NFL to release all emails. The NFL responded by saying, we haven't released any emails. These leaks have nothing to do with us. Clearly, the NFL also doesn't want any emails out because every email that comes out that they are already aware of is another kind of besmirching of the NFL reputation. So there's that. And the latest on Kyrie again. It's funny.
By the way, there's a furthering on the Gruden thing that I just saw 30 seconds ago that I think you will find fascinating. EA Sports Madden 22 has just released a statement. EA Sports is committed to taking action in maintaining a culture of inclusion and equality.
Yeah, so let me guess. They've whitewashed John Gruden from the Tampa Bay sidelines.
Vegas, but yes. Due to the circumstances of John Gruden's resignation, we are taking steps to remove him from Madden NFL 22. Wow. We will replace him with a generic likeness via a title update in the coming weeks.
I mean, that's absurd. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the world. I guess I do know what's going on. But it's absurd. John Gruden exists.
Yeah, the only thing I would edit, and I think you'd be okay with this, is I'm a big fan of sports video games being real. I think you are too. If your statement is, hey, John Gruden's out, so we're putting, what's his name, Bacassia in since there's a new head coach, fine.
They probably don't have an image of him yet to put him in.
That's the problem. So I think when you say, hey, we're removing him, we're making a general likeness, what he did was wrong and all that, but if you just say, hey, we're replacing him because he's out of a job, here's the new head coach, I think it comes across a little different.
I think the whole thing, to me, it's pathetic. Like, no one is looking at Madden 22 saying, hey, EA, how come Gruden's still in the game? What, do you endorse his beliefs on minorities and gays and women? No. It's not an endorsement of what he said. Like, the person John Gruden does exist. As much as all these groups and organizations and people want to now whitewash his existence from the planet. Come on, man. So now the question's got to be asked of EA Sports. Is Antonio Brown in your game?
Yeah, well, look, he's playing.
Right?
He's playing.
Okay.
He's in the league. Of course he's going to be in the game.
So EA Sports does not endorse racial rhetoric, sexist rhetoric, misogynistic rhetoric.
But do they endorse these things?
EA Sports endorses violence against women. Period. Stop. Now, I know they don't.
No, I know.
But you follow why I'm saying
I know what you're saying, yeah.
Because if we're going to make a stand, and I respect, obviously, people coming out, organizations coming out, but here's the reality. You don't have to couch every conversation you have about the John Gruden situation with the preface of, I want to just acknowledge what he said was wrong. We all know it's wrong, right? Mm-hmm. So nobody's accusing EA Sports of being supportive of racist, misogynistic, sexist viewpoints in emails, private or public. But here's the rub now. When you make a public stand like they did, like Tampa Bay Buccaneers did with their Ring of Honor thing, you have to now be asked that follow-up question. If what he did is so abhorrent to you that you are going to whitewash his existence from your game, there are men in your game right now who have admitted to, been accused of, and charged with a lot worse. Why aren't they out of the game? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why yesterday when you brought up the news about the Buccaneers taking him out of the Ring of Honor, again, not endorsing what Gruden said, you lead to so many more questions.
And in Tampa's case, and again, maybe he's righted himself and he's made apologies. I don't know. Let's just give him the benefit of that maybe he has. And so I'm not, loading up on Warren Sapp. I just know the story, right? So are you condoning? I don't think you are. But by saying nothing, you can now be accused of condoning.
And also, a part of why I think franchises put the names of players on a wall and championship logos on a wall is to tell the story of their history.
Sure.
No matter what John Gruden does, he was the head coach of a Super Bowl winning team in Tampa. Nothing's going to change that. Now, when I tell the story of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or you tell the story of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you talk about John Gruden, sure, you'll be able to add some things like, yeah, he was fired and resigned in disgrace.
Right.
But the story of the Buccaneers is still written with John Gruden as a part of it. And that's why the name Warren Sapp should not come down. The name John Gruden shouldn't come down.
I agree. None of the names should come down because it's got nothing to do with their performance in their profession.
You're not endorsing what they've done by having their name on a wall.
Much like you said yesterday with Lawrence Taylor and O.J. Simpson. We know who they are as people, right? But their being honored was a decision based on their performance in the profession they were stars in.
Right.
So if I'm EA Sports, and I'm going to go out on that limb now, and I know what it is, they're coming out now because it's a good press hit for them. Look at EA Sports. EA Sports, who's in bed with the NFL.
Is it a good press hit? What are you saying about it? What am I saying about it?
But in their mind, hey, let's get ahead of all this and let everybody know before we're accused of it, we're going to whitewash it from the game.
I think they think that. I think you're right, but I think it ends up causing attention to be brought to something.
Stupid.
And therefore negative publicity to something when there wouldn't have been any publicity.
It's absolutely stupid. Nobody was wondering
exactly
if EA Sports was going to keep John Gruden on the sideline.
Exactly. Hence why the decision, even if they had the thought that you just laid out, ends up being a bad decision because it brings negative publicity to you. Sure, some people are going to say it was the right decision, but there's going to be plenty of people who say, what the hell are they doing? What's the point of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy town now. You want to talk about cancel culture? And no one's defending what he said, but you talk about Swift? My God.
So
this is crazy.
So what's next? We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Ring of Honor. We have Madden 22. You got another one coming?
I mean, who else does he have any type of, connection to?
I'm trying to think what's next.
I wonder if ESPN's going to get rid of all those quarterback videos he did way back in the day. And make sure you can't access
Or
them.
if there's a Monday night game from 10 years ago, and in the call of a touchdown, John Gruden says something. Is that edited out?
Who knows?
Do you have to, remove that?
I do know this. I've been told by multiple sources, I'm not going to rat any one particular person out, Jerry Recco sold the jet ski that Boomer got him.
Really?
Jerry Recco owes me money now, apparently. Just saying, I know it's 3 people removed, but it has been confirmed by multiple sources, both to me directly via text with someone I know and via social media. Jerry Recco sold the jet ski that came to him via my generosity. Is right. Is right. EA Sports. Sometimes companies try too hard to be woke. You know what I mean? Hey, do me a favor,
It was
Thomas.
unnecessary.
Years ago, before it was even a big term, I created a hat. Can you go into Al's office and grab that for me? You have the key to it, right? Yeah. You have the key. You have the key to their office. Trust me, you do.
He has the key to Al Duke's office?
Yes, because he used to be a backup emergency just in case, kind of scenario.
Oh, so when he was on the morning show, he
was never on the morning show.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he was if he's got the key
He
to Al
was
Duke's
a
office.
backup emergency, God forbid, nuclear war backup plan. Let's make sure someone other than just a single person has a key. So I know he has the key.
So what's the hat, by the way?
So I made a hat. Dude, it's so ironic. 10 years ago.
Okay.
Stay woke.
Really?
Yeah. I made a Stay Woke hat, and I gave it to everybody on the show.
When did woke become a popular term?
After I made that.
Are you responsible for the word woke?
No. I think Chris Paul is, actually.
Chris Paul?
Yep. Yeah. I believe Chris Paul.
You want to explain that? I'm going to look this up.
Popularized. You have the key. You have
Origination of the word.
Thomas, you have the key.
I had the key. I don't have
Why don't you have it anymore if you had it?
I gave it back.
Why would you give it back?
Do you want the long, boring story?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
But I had to give it back.
You failed me.
Sorry.
I don't know why you had to give it back. I'm allowed full access to that
Someone
office.
else needed it, basically.
Someone else needed it?
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to make an extra, so I had to give it to somebody.
Who
now
needed
there's another backup in case,
It was somebody that
There's
worked
a
here
new
on the
backup.
weekends that needed to get in there, so I had to give in my keys a couple years ago. So I no
So
longer
now
have
I
the key.
can't wear the Stay Woke hat. All right,
By the
great.
way, I got woke going back to 1930.
No, not in that type of reference.
All right.
Yeah, you're wrong on that. Sorry.
I'm looking it up. I'm not wrong.
You
or
happen to be
right.
wrong. It's okay, but it's fine.
It doesn't appear like I am wrong, but whatever.
It's all right to be wrong once in a while. It's okay.
I'm not right or wrong. I'm
you're wrong.
looking it up because I don't know.
This one you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, this one you're wrong. Here's Christian and Yonkers on the Fan. Christian, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Big fan. Big
Thank
fan.
you.
Hey, I'm an avid EA Sports Madden player.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right. And years ago, they did the same thing to Ray Rice when his domestic abuse scandal broke.
EA Sports whitewashed Ray out of the game? All right. I didn't know that.
They did do that, yes. Same thing. You played with the generic running back if you try to play with him.
But the one thing about Ray Rice and John Gruden is that they're not in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not in the NFL. Ray Rice wasn't in the NFL. So it's not like you're replacing...
Well, Ray Rice was in the NFL when he got in trouble.
No, but then he stopped. He was out of the NFL.
Yeah, that following year, that's correct.
And if my timeline is wrong, then Christian,
no,
tell
he
me.
was out. He didn't play again after
While he was still in the NFL. Yeah. Right. So you're removing guys that are no longer in the league as compared to guys who are in the league, even if what they've done you deem as bad or worse. Does that make sense?
I mean, they still have Colin Kaepernick in the game. He hasn't played football in 5 years.
They do, definitely do.
And not only that, he's higher rated than Joey Burrow.
What?
Exactly.
Yep.
I know, I'm not digesting a lot
I won't be surprised if he gets a 99 tomorrow. Yeah,
do they have any other non-guys in the NFL in the game? Because Kaepernick hasn't played for how many years now? 4
Christian,
years?
to my knowledge, they don't. Other than if you do like an all-star type team or an all-time team.
If you play the Madden Ultimate Team mode, they definitely have guys who are not in the NFL.
They have like all-time players. Like you can play like the Hall of Fame team.
Maybe Kaepernick's in the game also because he's a free agent.
Kaepernick's in the game.
No, I know why he's in the game. Let me rephrase
Colin
that.
Kaepernick in EA Sports is woker than anybody.
Right.
Just ask him.
Well, he has a higher rating than Joe Burrow, Craig.
He has not played in 5 years. He's not only in the game, he's got a higher rating than a bunch of dudes.
That's a tough
Probably a higher rating than Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson. Which I don't think is all that hard.
Well, then again, watching Zach Wilson this year, I don't know. Should be close. Daniel Jones is a little different. DJ's had a good year. Even you admit that.
Apparently, according to my main man, Nicky Staz, he's a higher rated than Justin Herbert,
too. Come on.
Yeah.
What?
According to my man, Nick.
He's got a higher Madden rating than Justin bleeping Herbert?
I think if this is accurate, he's the 14th highest rated quarterback in Madden today.
That's a bigger problem than being in the game. Being in the game, whatever. Higher Madden rating than Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert?
It's got to be, how do you use him, though? He's not on any team.
He's a free agent, right?
Right.
That's how they would
I guess you sign him as a free agent. Do you have to get to a certain level before you could use him, or under certain circumstances?
Yeah,
that's why he's like kind of rated higher than what he would be.
I don't know. The Ray Rice story is a good point that, you know, he was not in the league playing.
Well, no, that's my only point.
That could be the backdrop for taking him out.
So that's my only point about, let's use Antonio Brown as an example. You're not going to take him out of the game when he's in the league. Now, if your issue is, why is he in the league? Why did Bruce Arians and the Buccaneers give him another shot? Hey, that's fair game. I get it. But he's in the league, so of course he should be in the game.
Yeah. And now Jay Bird, he's got all those cartoon drawings that are pretty dope.
Yeah.
Your Frank Caliendo does a very famous John Gruden impersonation. Matter of fact, he's done it with Gruden. So now the question is, are people going to start attacking Caliendo if he starts doing if he continues?
He's not.
To do the Gruden impersonation?
I'll make it easy. I guarantee he's retired the imitation.
Would you bring Caliendo on the show now just to do the Gruden? As John Gruden, John has to go.
Well, yeah, it's a different level of funny now. Because now he's a caricature of himself, John Gruden.
Yeah. And again, while he's a racist, misogynistic, sexist pig.
And he ain't going to work again.
He didn't physically hurt anybody.
Right.
He just espoused beliefs that are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, but you're with me on, if you're in the league, whether we agree or not, you got to be in the game. Right?
For EA, you mean?
Yeah. If you're in the league, you're in the game.
I guess so.
No, you guess so. You know so.
Go back and look at Tecmo Bowl. Boomer's not in the game.
I'm talking about 2022, not 30 years ago.
Fair enough.
In this day and age.
He is really old. You're right.
Jeez. In this day and age.
That's your point, not mine. Boomer is old.
You brought that up.
That's your point, not mine. I can't argue it, Evan, but he's my former partner, and I love him to death, but you are right. Boomer is old. Yes,
in this day and age.
It's been a long time since Boomer played pro football.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I loved Boomer. You want to know why? True story. He was a lefty, and as a kid lefty, and I was really young when he was quarterbacking the Jets.
Lefties love him, we know.
But I was a baby when I rooted for Boomer. I was so young. I was like 8 years old.
Can't believe you were even alive when he last played.
I barely was.
To be honest. But like you said, he is old.
He's my guy. Had his picture on my wall.
You had Boomer's picture on your wall?
Swear to God, because I was a Jet fan in that. Think about the time frame.
So when you were arguing with him yesterday in my office, did you feel like, wow, I'm arguing with the guy whose picture was on my wall?
Were we arguing?
Yeah.
Weren't we agreeing?
No. You guys had some.
We were talking about the Nets.
No, it was an argument. And it was so painful to me because I was no part of it, and I just sit and listen.
What was the argument? I can't remember.
It was a dopey sports argument.
Was it about baseball?
Knuckleheads were having about the Mets.
We were?
Yeah.
I never remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I was saying that, and he was saying this.
Isn't 5 hours enough?
I love Boomer. No, was I thinking about how I thought, come on, the guy's been here at this radio station for a million years.
He's been here longer than he played pro football.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, so I'm over that. But no, as a kid, because he was a lefty, true story. As a lefty, you always look up to other lefties. Yeah, I had his picture on the wall.
Do you think his radio career is more successful than his football career?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah?
He's had success with 2 different shows. You, now Geo. It's been longer than his football career.
One show.
Okay, Jesus. While in the NFL, his great success was with one team. In radio, it's been multiple teams.
Yeah. All right.
And now you're going to say, no, it's just one team.
I don't know. Who am I?
I think he's had a great radio career. Now you're making me analyze
That's a big
this.
word, great. Great's a big word.
Okay, so you think he had a better football career?
I'm just busting his balls. That's a better great. Don't throw around that word great. That's a tough word.
Okay, he had a good radio career. What do you want me to say then?
He was very blessed in both. Yes.
You're the worst.
He got to play for the great Sam Weish.
Right.
And he got to work with me.
So you're comparing yourself to Sam Weish then?
I mean, I was the steward of his greatness, yes.
Do you think he would agree?
No.
If you asked him in all seriousness, have you had a better radio career or football career, what would he say? If you asked him, not me, not you, him, what would he say?
I think Boomer would tell you that his greatest accomplishment in his football career was not going to the Super Bowl, was not being league MVP. I would say that league MVP was probably second. Getting to the Super Bowl, which was the same year for him, was third. I think if you ask Boomer to give you an honest answer, his greatest NFL accomplishment was being the Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner. I think that's what he would tell you was his greatest accomplishment.
That's certainly a great
accomplishment. His greatest radio accomplishment was the ability to, ride on my shoulders.
I knew that was coming.
For 10 years and not have to do much heavy lifting because I showed up every day to do it. Yeah. You know what he does hate these days? He used to not be bothered by it, but now he hates it.
What's that?
Every time I talk about humanizing him, he hates that.
That bothers him?
Yeah. That's become like a real thorn in his side. It really has. All right. Evan is in South Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh.
Evan, what do you got?
How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Big fan.
Hey, babe. Yep. Okay. Yep.
So.
Right. Yep. Okay. Good. And go.
Okay. So, I know someone who's actually grew up with Kyrie, and
sure you do.
So, like both of what you guys said before, he's not going to play the season.
Okay.
I would put money on it 100%.
Let me just get this right, just so I don't want to be a bad guy here. I want to just follow the bouncing balls we like to do on this show. You know a guy who claims to have grown up with Kyrie, like he's in his inner circle type of guy?
Yes. I mean, like I've seen pictures of them like growing up together.
And that guy told you that Kyrie told him that he's not playing this year.
He said, knowing Kyrie, and growing up his whole life with him, that there and his beliefs and his spiritual beliefs, and he is not going to play this year.
Got it. So, all right. So now I have a better understanding. The guy you talked to knows Kyrie, grew up with him, and is just giving, in my opinion, knowing him, I don't think he's going to play this year.
Yeah.
Got it. So that means nothing.
And it's someone I know. You know, I actually work with him. Great dude, and you know, he's honest about everything.
Have you checked to see if those pictures he shows you were photoshopped and he just kind of in the picture?
No, they definitely know each other.
They're dying. Well, listen, by the way, I think Evan's thinking along those lines. No basis for it, but I think your belief is he's not going to play.
I would be very surprised. The only way he plays is if the rules change. Now, I'm not aware enough of what our new mayor plans on doing. Eric Adams is very likely to be elected the next mayor.
Elected first.
Okay. He's going to be elected.
Does have to be elected.
Right. Okay, so when he's
elected. I don't think
elected,
Curtis Slee was beating him, but he does have to be elected.
Okay, after
Especially that comical commercial that Curtis Slee was put out there now, where some random guy just bumps into the filming.
Right.
And starts crying on his shoulder. What? Okay, anyway, go ahead.
After Eric Adams, in all likelihood, becomes the mayor of New York City, I don't know what his plan is. Now, my gut tells me they're not going to change the vaccination mandates, but if that changes, yeah, Kyrie would play because he would be allowed to play. But if this is coming down to simply Kyrie Irving getting vaccinated, and I hope I'm wrong. For many reasons, I hope I'm wrong. A lot of times, Craig, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, as a Net fan, of course you do.
But I don't think he's going to play this year. What happens after that? I don't know. Like, does he opt out? Does he re-sign with the hope the rules change? Do the Nets want him to re-sign? I don't know any of that stuff. But in the focus of this year, I don't think he's going to play. And that's not because I knew him as a kid. It's because I've listened over the last 3 years since he's gotten here. I've listened to every word he has said. I've read about him. Some may be true, some may not be true. I acknowledge that. And I'm giving you an educated guess that Kyrie Irving isn't playing basketball. And I'm going to give you another educated guess. And you're going to love it. And I'll say it again. And God help me, sports fandom, I'm wrong. They're not winning an NBA championship. That's the other thing I know. And I'll cry about it. And I'll complain about it. And you'll mock me. You'll laugh. You'll have a good time. But that's how this is all going to end. You know that. I know that. Lou Gower knows it. We all know it. Net fans know it. Deep down, we know it. It is not ending with a parade. And I wish I was wrong, but I'm not going to be. Because in these cases, Craig, I'm usually not wrong.
Here's the
what
previously advertised MLB story for you.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred said the Field of Dreams success has Major League Baseball exploring more non-traditional venues. Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
What's interesting is that I asked him about that when he was my guest.
What did he say?
Day. And he said, no, they were not.
So he lied to him?
I said you should. So, and I think I gave him a couple ideas like, recreate Sandlot.
I think that's great.
The great movie.
That was an idea I gave you, by the way.
Maybe put a field in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. Maybe put a field like on the beach somewhere, or I don't know.
Yeah, look, I love baseball, but I love the idea of these kind of scenic games. It's a one-off game. I think it's a great idea.
What's another non-traditional venue that you would put a baseball game
Well, since it was my idea that I gave you, I'll just repeat it.
Sandlot.
The Sandlot idea.
What, are you going to have like a big dog patrolling on the other side of the fence?
Yes!
That's a big
Wait, you don't like the idea?
No, not really.
All right, I'm going to tell you an idea,
Sandlot?
Craig.
We're going to have a crappy field?
So here's my idea. And
Bad hops all over the place?
Okay. Before you laugh at
Dog in the outfield?
Well, I like how he just dismissed you with, yeah, okay, waved his hand at you.
I know.
I like that.
That's why I got more.
Princess a hand wave.
Go ahead.
Fireworks in the seventh inning?
Oh, my God. Yes, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an idea.
That knew Babe Ruth?
I don't think
Throw
you're
up
gonna,
on a Ferris wheel?
I think that you're going to really hate
Jump
this
into
idea.
the pool, pretend to drown so you can kiss the hot lifeguard?
Yes, that
Wendy
was one of the best
Peppercorn?
scenes in the movie. That was one of the best. Wendy Peppercorn.
All right, go ahead.
S'mores for everyone? I'm sorry, that's it.
Play with an autographed baseball?
Build recreations of classic stadiums.
Oh, stop it. Geek.
Build back old Ebbets Field. Build back old Shy Park.
You're not going to build a whole stadium, dude. It's too expensive.
No. Hear me out, Craig.
Oh, my God.
No, wiffle ball.
God.
You love wiffle ball, right?
I love wiffle ball.
And haven't you seen those fake Fenway Park wiffle ball fields?
Yes.
Fake Yankee stadiums. It's cheap. It's not costing you millions of dollars. I'm actually building the stadium. I'm talking about building kind of like the look of an old stadium. It wouldn't be that expensive. It would feel, though, like you're playing at Ebbets or at Polo Grounds or Connie Mack Stadium. Dude, how awesome would that be?
You know, I think it would be a cool place to put a temporary stadium.
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the ball just goes into the water?
Yep.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not terrible, actually.
That would look dope, would it not?
Dope.
Welcome to the Rock. That would look awesome, I think. No?
Yeah. Dude, I'm open to any of those ideas. I love baseball, but for
How
a
about you do
one-off,
this?
why not?
In the opening of a dormant volcano.
Okay, now you're pushing. I was good with Alcatraz. I'm obviously good with my idea about recreating
Go back
stadiums.
to Mount St. Helens, everybody. It's the Yankees and the Cubs. What? 877-337-6666. Back to your calls in a second. Apparently, Kyrie's youth. Well, let me get that right. A buddy of Kyrie's growing up told another friend of his at work that Kyrie's not going to play the whole year. That's an exclusive story. I just sounded like I was drunk there, didn't I? Sorry.
Try that again.
I did. Well, I just had some Faicos. Some people call it lard bread. I call it prosciutto bread. I got a whole loaf of it, and I did eat it during the break. So I may be slurring my words a bit. I'm not drunk. I just ate Faicos prosciutto bread, and it happens to be the best on the planet. In any event, 877-337-6666. Can you make sure my machine's on here so that when I push the button, it plays what I want it to play? Thank you. Dunkin' Donuts Perks members. Experience the perks of the fandom. Dunkin' Donuts Perks members, as I see donuts being brought into me right now, can enjoy a $2 medium Dunkin' hot coffee. Stay toasty and caffeinated with Dunkin'. And before Evan tells you about the Guatemalan coffee, Evan, check these out.
Let me see.
For Halloween.
Oh, my God.
The brand new Spiderweb donut.
Oh, that is tremendous.
Which has a chocolate little munchkin in the middle of the donut.
Yes.
Orange icing and chocolate webbing.
That is brilliant.
That is a beautiful donut that I'm displaying right now.
That is a sexy donut.
Yes.
I want to eat that badly.
They're all mine.
They're all yours?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at your stomach. That doesn't surprise me. So you could try these awesome spider-looking donuts as well as a 100% Guatemalan hot coffee to take your Dunkin' to the next level. If you're not a DD Perks member, I don't know what you're waiting for. Join right now on the Dunkin' mobile app. Smells great.
I think we got to take a break.
Jack Pocket is the app that lets you play official.
Carton Roberts is presented by Grubhub. Grubhub guarantees your food will get to you on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps, or you'll get at least $5 in perks. Grubhub works hard to serve restaurants.
Caleb Gardner tweeted, "Can someone please explain Untuck It to me? I just don't understand the positioning. Shirts designed to be worn untucked have existed for a long, long time. Mr. Gardner, respectfully, there's a difference between a shirt that can be worn untucked and a shirt designed to be worn untucked. You could use a leaf blower as a hairdryer. You can use a shoe as a pillow. But wouldn't you rather have something designed specifically for what you need it for? Find your shirt today at untuckit.com.
There's got to be a better way. At Good To Go Insurance, you can get coverage with as little as $20 down, despite your driving record. Get an online quote for a low monthly payment in less than a minute. Save money by only paying for the coverage you need and get proof of insurance on the spot. Visit goodtogo.com and get coverage fast, cheap, and easy. That's goodtogo.com.
First, there was Vegas, then Atlantic City. Now, your pocket. DraftKings has an online casino where you can play your favorite games whenever and wherever you want. Slots, blackjack, live dealer games, and more. New casino players can get a deposit bonus up to $2,000 plus free casino credits. Download the app or visit us online. Try DraftKings Casino today with our exclusive offer and experience the casino floor like never before.
Hi, I'm Dr. Easterling from the New York City Health Department. I know some of you are still deciding whether to get the COVID-19 vaccine or not. I hear the concerns at community events, on social media, and even from my own family and friends. And I am hoping that in conversations with people you trust, that you are getting the information you need to make an informed decision. But I continue to be concerned about the high number of people who remain unvaccinated. And we know the reality that communities of color were disproportionately affected by COVID-19. Yet, we see some of the same disparities with who has gotten vaccinated. People of color continue to have some of the lowest vaccination rates, increasing the chances that our communities and our loved ones will be hospitalized or die. If you haven't gotten your vaccine, have a conversation with someone you trust so that we can stop being the most affected, but the least protected against COVID. Thank you.
2020, cardboard cutouts claim their place as legitimate New York sports fans.
We get you started with hoops action. Brooklyn fans won't want to miss this as we take you out to Barclays. With the
One sec, Barclay. Let me just see this dunk. Okay, boy, let's go. I'll just switch SNY to my phone. Here we go.
SNY, every team for every fan from every device.
Get your New York sports here.
Geico Sports Night on SNY.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the show.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
We begin with the Jets.
And over to the Mets now.
The Knicks looking to make it 2 in a row. Wait until you see how they finish things off.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
We welcome in our Yankees insider.
Ian, thanks for joining us with the latest.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only in SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
SNY Play Ball, presented by Chick-fil-A, is back, looking to help local basketball leagues in need continue play, providing grants.
A lot of the students are going to be excited when they see the uniform that we could purchase with our money.
Clinics.
They teach us things that we never been taught before, and then at the same time, it's fun.
Equipment donations and special Harlem Globetrotter experiences.
Kids were chomping at the bit to get into this particular event.
If you know a local basketball league in need, apply today at sny.tv/playball.
Dear experts, to you, I'm the best-selling compact SUV in America, with all-wheel drive and tons of room. To our drivers, I'm unbeatable value. Let's go places. RAV4.
Right now, you can get 1.9% APR financing on a new 2021 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Did your job give you mesothelioma or lung cancer? If you had occupational asbestos exposure and now have mesothelioma or lung cancer, you may be entitled to claim some of the $30 billion in asbestos bankruptcy funds, even if you smoked. Call Whites & Luxembourg today. They are the New York law firm who's won the state's highest verdicts for your colleagues and neighbors in their asbestos cases.
Mesothelioma or lung cancer victims, call 800-299-5600. That's 800-299-5600.
I can't live like the opposition. Living everything I dreamed of. Doing everything you think of. The way I work, I'm on the brink of. Doing numbers like a brain truck. I'm on new level.
According to the Environmental Protection Agency, only 32% of recyclable material in the United States makes it into the recycling bin. But an amazing thing happens when you recycle. Things that may have only been single-use can now come back as something new. That recycled plastic can come back as shoes, backpacks, even cabinets and carpeting. You don't need to be a magician to give new life to plastic products. You just need to recycle. Learn more at recyclingfacts.com.
Thursday, a recap and evaluation of the first 5 games of the Jets season. Are they on the right track? Plus, the steps forward Zach Wilson needs to make after the bye week on Jets Nation Bye Week Special. Thursday at 6:30, only on SNY.
Game 5. So if you're a baseball fan, you got an elimination game both ways.
That is so sexy.
Right?
Two
major rivalry,
100-plus win teams, a great rivalry, a winner-take-all Game 5. I am pumped for it. Even you're going to watch it.
I will not watch it.
What?
No. Tomorrow's Thursday. There'll be football on it. It's Tom Brady playing
the Philadelphia Eagles.
I get that. Eagles.
But the Dodger-Giant game starts after 9, which means that game is not ending till close to 12:30, 1 o'clock. Game will be over. You'll watch the last 3 innings, and you're going to text me and be like, bro, this game is awesome.
There's no shot that happens. I'll watch the entire football game. And you know what? Last night was an interesting sports watching night as well.
Mm-hmm.
My team took the L.
You're talking about the Seattle Kraken?
Yeah, it was a tough game for us. Tough game for us last night. 4-3, the Kraken lost.
Did you watch any of the hockey last night?
Watch the entire game start to finish. I'm a Kraken fan.
No shot. Are you going to watch the Rangers tonight?
They play?
I could get you to watch the Ranger game by reminding you of something.
I'll watch the Rangers tonight because my family, we're Ranger fans.
Okay.
As a family.
Things could get feisty tonight.
Who do they play tonight?
The Washington Capitals.
Oh, yeah, and that's after the hit on Panarin last year.
Tom Wilson, yeah.
Tom Wilson.
And the Rangers are tougher this year, at least that's what they're telling us. So we'll see. Maybe things will get a little feisty tonight.
I think you got to come right out of the gate, punch Tom Wilson right in the effing mouth tonight.
Right out of the gate.
Right?
Right
don't forget
out of
that.
the gate.
Right? Who's the tough guy in the Rangers this year? Come right out of the gate. You punch Tom Wilson right in the effing mouth.
See, then you'd love watching that game tonight.
You do what the guy on the Cowboys did to Evan Ingram after the game. Punch him right in the mouth.
I think they're actually doing that. They sat down one of their more skilled defensemen to play one of their bigger
Is that
bumpers.
right?
Yeah.
That would be the way you start the Chris Drury
That's
reign.
how you start the season.
That's right. Listen,
that's a perfect way to start the year. Because most Ranger fans are screaming, we need to be tougher.
Yep.
So
come right out of the gate,
yeah.
And you punch him right in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, Tom Wilson's a pretty good fighter, I'm told.
Well,
but so what?
Yeah.
Right in the mouth.
Beautiful.
You punch first. Ask questions later. Yeah, because I have a Rangers Kraken Stanley Cup final this year.
Oh, good.
That's my prediction for the Stanley Cup final.
That's your inside knowledge prediction?
Yep. I was told the Rangers are going to the Cup.
Who told you that?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Who told you that?
So a person that knows hockey.
Really? And what's that person's name?
A hockey expert.
A
told
hockey
me.
expert. Can you reveal that hockey expert's name?
No, I cannot. But it's not Boomer Esiason.
Is that no? Boomer does. I've not heard Boomer predict the Rangers are going to the Cup Finals. I think he's hoping for the playoffs.
I am predicting a Ranger Kraken final.
Does that person have any?
I can't lose that way.
Does that person have any affiliation with the Rangers?
I don't know. Don't know. Maybe it was Adam Graves. I don't know.
Maybe it was Adam
Gravy and I are
Graves.
old friends. Maybe it's Tom Laidlaw. You saw Tom the other night.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
You think he told you that?
I'm not telling you, Tommy, but that's my prediction based on inside information.
Okay.
Legitimate inside information.
You're very likely to be wrong.
That's how good the Rangers are going to be this year. And it starts with punching Tom Wilson right in the effing
Rangers,
mouth.
honestly, could you name right now?
None. No, I know Panarin.
You know him because of the whole thing with Putin last
Plus, I think
year.
his first name is Artemis.
You're very
which
close.
I like his first name. It's a cool first name.
Artemi, but you're almost there.
Artemis, Artemi, whatever. I like that. So that's my team.
You know who their goalie is?
No.
Or any of their two goalies?
Lundqvist.
He's actually working for MSG now. You see that?
Great. I think that's great. Keep him around. Like
actually, wait
ambassador.
a second. It's not great for you because if memory serves correct, you don't get MSG.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
Yeah.
I haven't had to worry about it yet until right now in the moment because I'm a Comcast Xfinity
That's
guy.
right. There's a lot of Comcast fans out there who are saying, wait a second, I can't watch the Rangers. I can't watch the Knicks.
I can't get the Ranger game tonight.
You cannot watch.
Oh,
Wait
Nikes.
a second. Are they on national TV tonight?
They are. They're on TNT.
Yeah, back in! We're back on! Woo! Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
So they're on TNT tonight, and I think you'll get a kick out of this. You know who their special guest is going to be?
Who?
On the NH, whatever they're calling the pregame show?
Before you say it.
Yeah.
Last night I was watching the Kraken game. Because it was the hockey opener, and they're my West Coast team, my Western Conference team.
Right.
And ESPN, Sean McDonough was doing the game, and ESPN did something to their credit, which they get nothing for regarding the NFL scandal. They brought out something old.
Well, they brought back the music.
Hit it.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
The only thing missing was Gary Thorne.
Did you see the Open? They produced a 6-minute open with Justin Bieber kind of hosting it.
Yeah.
And it was all about the origination of that song back in the 90s. Because I grew up with that. Like, in my demographic, I grew up when I was watching the NHL on ESPN. That song was awesome.
Yeah.
Not the greatest theme of all time. Clearly, the NBA on NBC is. Dude, not even close. Mount Rushmore of sports songs.
Monday Night Football. It's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
The original one. And then if you want to go to Hank Williams Jr. as the second one, I'm good with that too. Da, 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 da. And then are you ready for some football?
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I guess personally the NBA on NBC song is just awesome and amazing.
Yeah.
But you're right about Monday Night Football.
I'm good with NBA too, obviously.
Yeah, the NBA one is awesome.
So Mount Rushmore, you got place for 4. There's no one better than the other.
They did a whole intro about the origination of that song, and I thought what was kind of funny is they showed some of the older NHL players who were talking about, I love that as a kid. And then the younger NHL players who were, I've never heard this. Right. What is this? Well, I don't get this. Is this Led Zeppelin? No one actually said that. That
was just you making yourself. Yeah. I like that. Here is Jeff in Babylon, New York on the fan. Jeff, how are you? Hi, Jeff. Jiffy Jeff? Jeff says what? And Ollie's in Bay Ridge on the fan. Ollie, how are you?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
Doing great. What's going on, kiddo?
You guys are talking about, the different venues for baseball and different ideas. Yeah. How about a league of their own? Right? So you get the guys dress up in skirts.
Ooh, I like that. Right? It's hot. Yeah, go. Keep going. I like it.
Let's go.
Don't worry, Evan.
I want to speak a little bit about Kyrie Irving, or just the whole matter of the vaccination. These guys, they got connections with nurse practitioners, physicians, what have you.
Yeah.
What's them from not getting a fake vaccination card? Who's monitoring all this?
Listen, could it have happened? Of course, it is possible. We have read enough stories about fake vax cards, etc. But that's such a stretch to assume that it's happening.
If you're anti-vax, though, don't you want people to know you're anti-vax?
Well, let me ask you. Yeah. So all these big ball players, right? Guys like LeBron James, who clearly use their status, their platform into sending messages. I don't really see them speaking up on this matter.
LeBron came out publicly, said he wasn't going to endorse it and try to convince others to get it. He said that he got it. But I don't think that means that he's going to say, let me go get a fake vax card. By the way, real quick, the SNY Fan Choice Poll was sponsored by Dunkin'. It's time to get back New York, so come to Dunkin' for the boost you need to get back running all the way back to the beach. We asked Yankee fans, which team are you rooting for in the ALCS? 59% said the Astros, 41% said the Red Sox.
The dumbest poll we've ever done. And you have to be a complete moron to then copy our poll and do it yourselves, as other people have done today, apparently. It's just beyond the scope of anything that's rational to me that we would do a poll that's so stupid, and then other people would copy the stupidity of our poll and do one themselves. I'm fascinated by the level of just outright dumbness.
Now, I want to admit something, Craig, because I always say this. I want to be honest with you about this. I received many text messages from friends of mine who are Yankee fans.
Right.
And they all agreed. They said, Evan, you're a moron.
Oh, I don't like calling you names, but...
That's very nice that you won't, so I will take the L and say, yes. I apologize to you, Big Mac. I especially apologize to you, Craig. Bad, dumb, sorry. As a Met fan, I pick a team I root for. That's just me.
SNY's
Dodgers,
out.
Giants, tomorrow night. There's a team I'm rooting for. Yeah. The Braves play the Dodgers.